guys had some questions about VR boxing, and I have some answers. First question was, what happens if I have an aggressive fighter? How can I use this big right hook to deter him, to knock him out, to stop him in his tracks? Or maybe if he gets aggressive one time, two time, three time doesn't exist anymore. He's like, I've learned my lesson, I'll point fight. So maybe the guy just needs to learn his lesson once or twice. So let's practice doing that with creating a little bit of space and then hitting him hard whenever he comes in. Question number 2 was, after my cross in my pivot and I hit this angle here, what are some attacks I can do off of that? I don't want to just stop my attack there. I'm having a lot of luck with boom, but where can I go from there? All right, let's not waste any time. For this first one, it is so simple, but people don't think of it. When you move forward and backward in boxing, it is typically taught step, 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 right? These are a slow version of it, guys. I know we're gonna be moving like this eventually, but step, step, step. You're just micro steps at a time. I'm never taking a micro and a big step because I got my feet. Micro step, micro step, micro step, micro step. That's it. Tiny steps at a time. That's what I'm doing. Throw all that out the window. I'm gonna fishtail my front leg like Fast and the Furious, drifting around a corner, just to create space to land a big right hand. I have an aggressive fighter. Maybe he's blitzed me one time, I shell up and protect, but I still took the damage. I don't want that to happen again. The second time he hits that blitz in where he's being aggressive, pushing forward, my lead leg is gonna fishtail, my back leg is gonna stay on his toes, push off the lead leg, and I've created some distance here. Untraditional. Some boxing coaches will tell you no. That's all it is. Aggressive fighter, push off the lead leg, staying on my toe so it's not uncomfortable. I can twist here. And the reason why I'm teaching you this as a lefty, pushing off the right leg, staying on the left toe, right leg pushes off, swings, and I'm here because what's loaded now? That guy. So you have an aggressive fighter coming in, I'm here, I push off that lead leg, I'm on my toe on the back leg, he's being aggressive, push forward. I've created enough space by not doing this where I'm backing up, but by fishtailing this lead leg, I now loaded my backhand and gave myself the space I need to breathe, fire. Breathe, fire. Breathe, fire. The right hand is what you asked for. Man, I'll throw the knee up the middle of the elbow. Just kidding. But the backhand, then you can obviously follow it up with whatever you think works for you at that moment. Play with it both sides. I can start right-handed now. I'm here, my traditional stance. Maybe I just want space. Maybe I don't even care. Maybe I just need to get out of the situation. I'm here. Yes, you'll have to focus on timing here. I do not want to say, oh, my opponent is blitzing. He's halfway to me. Let me do it right now and be square while he's blitzing. There's timing involved. Just like anything else. I can throw a perfect jab, slow, and then get popped. I could pop this thing out and hit my head movement and have it work out just fine. Timing and technique goes a long way. Kevin, if you're out there, this one's for you. Hands up, left-handed. Wait for that big blitz. Push off the front leg, load this backhand now and unload all that power that you got. Create some distance, counter. Question number 2 is so fun because there's so many things we can do off of it. If I throw my 1 and my 2 as a right-hander, let's say you're right-handed, and I hit my angle here, my opponent's facing that way for a split second, I'm facing this way, and we have a little bit of an angle on them. If we're talking thrill of the fight, I say hook to the belly, left up top. That's a combination I throw a lot off of that angle. If I'm doing it this way, and I take a side step with this fishtail, I'm beating up that body there. So the same thing here. I can go 1, 2 angle, and eat the body up with the right hand, and look at my hips. I'm now loading, I'm in that sprinter's position to unload my left. Maybe he starts running. That's a lacrosse. Maybe I close the distance like we did earlier by bringing the leg up instead of backwards. So we're here. I throw a big 1, 2. I hit my angle. Right hand to the belly, left hand up top. That makes him run. We don't like that. I throw my cross. I try to connect. I'm chasing after him now. Look at it again from the beginning. 1, 2, angle. He's facing that way. I'm here for a brief moment. When that moment hits, I hit him in the belly. By that time, he's already readjusting. I'm going to go up top. Follow it up top, and let's push this dude. Let's push him back home, basically. So 1, 2, angle, right hand belly, left hand up top, right hand to assume the pushing. And even if he's not moving, we push with this anyway. Push. Now here, I can stand my ground, and that's the end of the combo, but we're sending him home, remember? We're sending him all the way home. So then, let's practice this. 1, 2, pivot, right hand belly, left hand up top, right hand going. Let's practice the movement that we did in the first technique for this one too. With that right, I'm gonna flow through. Boom, 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 boom. Now let's review both techniques really quickly. I have an aggressive opponent. He's gonna come in real hot. I know, so I need to create distance and counter hard. He's coming in, I'm here, creating a big distance with my fishtail, big back leg hook. Again, that can be anything, but I'm creating the distance, big back hook, uppercut, boom, whatever it is, right? We're firing, we're throwing hard. Number two, 1-2 angle, and now once I hit this pivot, I need my attacks here. I'm going hot. I hit an angle, I'm ending it with this angle. Right hand belly, left hand up top, right hand cross, flow through with the leg, left hand to put the cherry on top as touching him when he's at the end of his run. If he's backing away, that first cross before we flow through, maybe is like the filler, where maybe I'm not even gonna touch him because he backed off of that hook. So I fill it in, and now this bad boy is coming. So untraditional ways to move our feet, I know. More MMA style, I know. But VR is a new sport. Who's to say that using a George St. Pierre switch jab is not gonna work in VR? Who's to say? I'm here, and even though someone doesn't think my right leg is gonna come, a Superman punch won't work. Or who's to say untraditional footwork, like fishtailing the back leg, instead of being even with my feet here, would work on outward. It's a new sport. You see it all the time with untraditional fighters doing so well. I hope that answered both your questions. I hope you expand your mind into thinking that, okay, traditional boxing, perfect, yes, it's worked for hundreds of years. But there are also other things that work that are very untraditional. So explore that carefully. You don't start with step 75, you start with step 1. So build your way up here. But until then, watch these.